Hello folks, Ukulele, let's go. Ukulele is a game about being a little chameleon dude with your best bat friend, eating burning things and breathing fire, amongst other elements. You also eat butterflies to survive and roll around like an absolute deviant. Occasionally you stop to barbecue the local inhabitants or beat them to death and then consume their souls. It's because Ukulele is evil, but also it's an exceptionally pretty game. This is Duke. His voice is nightmarish. And sometimes he lets us shoot things. In the wide world accessible to us, we can go on a rampage, kill yet more inhabitants, and explore these inexplicable temples and things. Now, I might be getting this terribly wrong, but I believe Yuka is the chameleon dude, and Laylee is our bat friend. So as you can see, it's a pretty generic PS2 N64 style era platformer. But it's super stylish, like a absolutely brilliant game. Looks super pretty, plays super nicely. You collect pages here, called pages, to fill out the book. We are currently in a book. These books are all the different lands and worlds you can journey and visit. Each one's different, has a pretty unique theme, and overall, they're pretty damn cool. This is easily one of my top few games. And we're off back to the Hub World. Hub World is a big old factory of evil. Capital B's corporate lair. It's just this Gru-looking mofo who's trying to steal all the books of the world. I can't actually remember what his main goal is, but god damn if this world isn't really, really cool. So I did want to show off a few bits about this game, because it's quite a long game. Like, if you want a game to keep you going for a while, I would recommend this really. A simple introduction to puzzle solving. We see all of these. We know we need the P, the A, the G, the I, and the E to spell pagey, and that cracks open a box. You have to buy these abilities from a suspicious snake gentleman named Trouser. He is, after all, a snake in a pair of trousers. There needs to be a fire aspect to get through there. Also, you have to slide up these slopes because you're a slippy little chameleon doodle. And the enemies are these annoying troll things. Sometimes you can slam your buddies and break things. This Gru / weird minion looking thing, he's the main bad guy and he's pretty bad at being a bad guy. Now here comes the first actual boss fight against Dr. Quack. We'll say there is a lot of talking in this game, so I am skipping most of it because it just keeps on going. This is a neat little addition, to be fair. Like, it has no duty being here, but it's just kind of cool. If you answer quickly, he gives you 2 spaces, so it's worth that rush. And there we go. This game is just bizarre, and it's bizarre in all the right ways. Like, look at that duck in a floating jar thing. You don't get that with most games. I believe there's a couple of sequels as well, or spin-offs. I know there's Yuka's, is it Impossible Lair? Which I think is the sequel, which I don't know how well it was received, but I've heard interesting things that it wasn't quite as good. I hope it was, because it's a really cool game and I really enjoy it, and I hope they make more of them. So those bees are actually the worst enemy. That's Trouser. He is the most shifty of snakes, and he sells us moves, and they allow us to progress. For example, when you start off, you don't have this sonar shot. You also don't have the ability to roll around, which is actually essential. You need it to move around most places. And we're off to World 2. It is nice that you can interact with most things. Like, a lot of the time it's just a lot of set dressing. This game has got some pretty decent worlds. We're off to the Glitter Glaze Glacier. Even the names are very Spyro / Banjo-Kazooie. So we need 5 pages to expand the world. The way this works, you open a world, you open half the world, then you use pages which you find in the world to get some in-game DLC and expand the worlds. And that allows you to get more pages, more challenges, more enemies, more quills. I haven't actually mentioned quills, they are the currency of this game. Then we journey on, and we will find our way, our salvation, and a load of pages of books that we never intend to read, but we'll buy them so that we look well educated. There we go. This nightmare creature sells us cheats, basically. Tonics, which boost various abilities. The only one I tend to use, because it's not too game-breaking, and also so it doesn't give you a stupid advantage, is the one that lowers the amount of energy that you need to roll around. You roll constantly. Now we enter one of the slightly more challenging things. This particular platform jump, or rather this series of jumps, because this is a little assault course. We have to try and get as many of these as possible, and it's really not easy to do. This is proper PS2 hardware. This is Superman 64 level stuff. Fly through hoops and hope you land right. And there we go, we've cracked them out. You do little challenges around the maps to get these pages and use them to progress. Now, Trouser is down there, so I'm going to hop on down there and see if we can buy some content off of him. I'm sure he has some more moves. So Slurp State, which sounds even worse than Slurp Shot, out somehow. We can't currently afford it, so we need 40 quills. That's the thing that allows us to transition into metal or honey or something, depending on what objects we eat. Currently we can only change our breath into fire, ice or water. Look at that happy little strap. God, it's cute. Now, I know it's terribly timed. I never get to make current affair jokes, so I'm going to do it just this once. Wow, it looks like Texas. Get it? Because there's snow and it's cold. I apologise for that joke already. Everyone in Texas, God, I hope you're alright. Fuck it, I hope everyone's alright. Like, it's been a horrible time for a lot of people. Keep your heads up. So this is a little puzzle where you have to basically bump into the things in the right order. Front, back, left, right, left, right. There we go. I have to say, even though the instructions aren't always super clear to a lot of these things, you just try. You've only got so many abilities, and chances are the solution is pretty nearby, or you've already got access to it. Like, they don't make you go massively out of the way to find all these solutions, which is good. I hate it when it's like, ooh, find the item from area 1 and bring it with you. Oh, you didn't? Oh dear, I'm sorry, you cannot progress with Gaim now. Please go. I just love this game. Like, look at it. Look at this game and tell me it doesn't look brilliant. Even the enemies are cool. I made a joke because it's winter. I'm on fire. I've made 2 jokes since the start of this already. I'm going to be a comedian one day. This is Olaf behind the scenes. What happens to the stars when they're no longer in the public eye? There is no peace. YOOKA is a war criminal, wanted in 36 countries. We're going to have to find more quills and then circle back on round. And the only person who can help us with that is Old Trousers. He's a devil, but he has all the right stuff. So swimming controls in this are a little bit weird. You can either go up or down. Just like moving around is a little bit awkward. It's hard to convey exactly what I mean, but it's definitely the weakest part of this game. I think this, and then I think the swamp level are the only 2 main water levels. And you do get an ability actually, which makes all of this so much easier later on. There's one little thing I've noticed. Quills are 2D. They're always facing you. That's weird because a little while ago I'd been like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. You shouldn't have 2D items. It's just lazy. But now I really like it. I think it adds a bit of charm. There's one last stop I want to go to in this level, and that is the nightmare. That is the cart ride. No, I think we can do it. This absolute abomination is a cart, and we drive him, and it's scary. So yeah, there's this minigame. You grab gems, you move quickly, and you shoot enemies before they kill you. It's actually fairly tricky because you just pick up speed insanely fast. Like, just out of nowhere, suddenly you're moving 5 times the speed you were a second ago. Staying on the tracks isn't that easy. As you can see, very nearly fell off the tracks there, but luckily bounced off an enemy to get back on. And it fell off. Yeah, these games get a lot harder. The dance was out, fellas. Didn't even make it to the end. And this time, we'll just win. Enough putting around. But even if his nightmare face opens up every time you fire a cannonball, the cart is a nightmare. I will take a minute just to say it's currently YouTube meta, and I can't believe I just said that, unironically, to ask for subs and likes and things before the video starts or very early on. Obviously, I'm not going to say no to some likes and things because it does really help out with that YouTube algorithm, but at the same time, why would you like a video you haven't seen? Please feel free to drop a like, a comment, all that, but give it a watch first, please, just for me. Back to the game anyway. I'm trying to scale this cliff, which I also can't do because I need the high jump scale. That is one of the problems with this game. You keep realising you need abilities that you can't afford yet because you haven't found enough quills, and the only way to get more quills is to search super hard in the current areas you're in, or get more pages and open new areas. Normally I record for like 40 minutes. I think so far I've recorded 30 plus at least 10 minutes of this. I would be fine if cart segments as a whole just stopped being in games. So we're just going to say I did win that. Whether I did or not is up to me, because this is the alternative fact universe I want to live in. So what I'm going to do now is pop back to the hub. I do like that there's a leave level option in the menu, so you don't have to go all the way back. So they said I need 5 pages. I have 7. I can now expand the area. And I have this strangest feeling that actually makes the cart segment easier. Or I might have just gone mad. And there we go. We've just earned all the DLC. The first level. I think this is a really good way of doing the levels. It helps flesh out the game a bit, slows it down so you can't pace through the whole thing super fast. It also gives you kind of mini goals in each area. We actually spent our pages on 2 keys and a few other little bits, because there's an underwater entrance as well, but I believe to get in there we have to be even better gamers. This one allows you to absorb the powers of gobbled item. I will say the banter in this game is brilliant. I'll demonstrate this ability in just a second. I think there's actually a spot to do just that right here. Like for fire again for good luck. Let's pop up here. And just walk through this fire, because once you're on fire, fire can't get you. It's like an immunity thing. It's kind of like a vaccine, but more powerful. And we've got a demon. Not actually what I wanted, thought there was a pagey. If you get all the demon ghost things, you get a pagey. If you do everything, you get a pagey. If you die, you receive the pagey of death. Awaken from beyond your mortal form. Shuffle off that mortal coil that binds you back to this reality, that you may become the Uni-Peggy. Okay, enough of that bollocks. Basically, yeah, you just light all these bonfires. This is like very Spyro/Jack and Daxter-ish. I've managed to set myself on fire and die, so I'm going to have to try and recover some health, but luckily recovering health is as easy as almost getting killed by that guy. We're not going to go for the bee dudes, because they are really, really hard to hit, and most times I die from them in this game. And I died because I was too close to that. As he burns to death, he's like, "Ooh, burr, I'm very cold." I do not know where that accent is from, but I feel like Yuka has a pretty powerful accent from somewhere. Fire. I think he's actually eating a chunk of the coals. Jesus Christ, this gecko's hardcore. So yeah, you get ice physics throughout most of this level. And don't we all love ice physics? We've lit the final torch. And gotten ourselves a pagey. But what we can do is break these homes. I love that you can do this. I don't know if there's any actual point of doing this other than awakening a load of enemies. Mrs. Bones. The lighting in this game is super cool. Like it's quite glare-ish, but kind of awesome. So I think she actually just told us to go and smash all the houses, which is very fortunate because I've just done that. And there we go. Yeah, this tribe will never recover. We just wiped out a tribe. So she gives us a pagey, another demonic face printed on a book. There's one thing I want to do first. Now, if I remember right, you have a lot of different powers, and one of those powers is grenades. Yeah, well, not really a power as such, but yeah, you can breathe grenades. And you actually use them to reshape this pile of rocks. As you can see, they're just straight up grenades. And yeah, you just breathe grenades. If we enter artillery mode, we can try and hit that thing from here. I don't think we actually can though. I think we have to run down though. But you'll notice you get like a weird glossy tint to all of your spikes and things. That's just such a small detail, that's super cool. I will leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more of this, give me a shout. Please like, comment, subscribe and all that. Really, really, really helps. And it gives me a massive, massive boost in esteem whenever I see those numbers tick up. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. FJB, out.